sound. Ringo TV. Ringo TV. Ringo TV.
Welcome to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content.
Ringo TV.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay pues emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienen lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te la ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Con dinero. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón, porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción, yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. De corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. De corazón. De corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money work. Money work. Money work. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Lunes. Lunático.
Era inocente como la ves. Se volvió madura, nada niñeces. Por un pobre bobo que le fue infiel. Ya no se enamora, cuenta las veces. La leyenda dice que ahora está bien, que es independiente, se lo merece. Me dicen que nada es muy bien. Aquí bien mojada con tantos peces. Ella quiere gozar, con el rum me dice pásalo. Ella se quiere olvidar, ya que la no la ve. Su cara no refleja lo que ella es. Tremenda mujer. Ella quiere gozar. Con el ron me dice pásalo. Ella se quiere olvidar de que la traicionó. Ella quiere janguear, olvidarse del deseo, poniéndose a farrear a ese puro.
You already done know what it is, fam. Blackmail Advice TV. We in the building again for another live stream. I know my voice is probably out of sync. Let me fix that real quick. What's going on to everybody in the chat? All right. Everything should be back in sync now. I have to figure out what keep going wrong right there. We in the building for another one. The best channel on YouTube. You already done know what it is. Just get the likes up, fam. I mean, come on. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about the so-called memorial. Yeah, that's right. The memorial for Kevin Samuels. Now, a lot of you may have tuned in to that so-called memorial from the struggle streaming attorney. And we got to talk about that. Shout out to everybody in the chat, you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of people in here. I ain't gonna go through all of those names. Just shout out to everybody that's in the chat. All right? We got to talk about this one, man. Okay. We're dealing with something crazy here. I know a lot of people probably witnessed that mess, and I want to share my thoughts about it because a lot of people got played, and we're going to talk about it. First thing first, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. It's very important that you do that. Get them likes up so that the notifications can go out there. People can come over here and pretty much witness this. A heist took place in these YouTube streets, and I want to talk about it. Your boy Kevin is supposed to be high value. He's supposed to be the kind of guy that he do everything with excellence when it comes to wealth and riches, and he have to have the best watch, the best suit. Everything got to be on point, right? But when you look at his so-called friends, the people that claim they know him, you have to really think about this. How is it that all of these people that claim they knew Kevin Samuels gave him the worst possible memorial in the history of memorials? And to add insult to injury, the so-called struggle streaming attorney cashed in at $4,353 in super chats. Yeah. We got to talk about this. The struggle streaming attorney had this public circus called the Kevin Samuels Memorial Service Fan Testimonial Special Guest. And the entire stream was struggle. I'm talking about extreme lag. I'm talking about lagging all day. I mean, it was lagging. And these particular content creators, they all claim that they're rich, but they're using the Wi-Fi from the library. They're still using, a 2001 iMac. I mean, you got all of these content creators that they supposed to have their bag, right? They supposed to be, rich. They got all the money. They get that big money. You know what I'm saying? But yet, they put on that weak, mediocre garbage of a memorial. Is that how you guys honor your so-called friend? Is that how high-value men have a memorial for their friend? I guess you guys are supposed to be a part of his network, right? Kevin talked about how when you're a part of the group is supposed to be able to be useful to the group. But you guys weren't useful at all to Kevin. Like, you guys are an embarrassment. You guys should literally be ashamed of yourselves. I'm talking to all you content creators. I don't have to call your names. You're an embarrassment. And all of you fans of Kevin Samuels, I don't know why you still following these people. These people are criminals. These people got away with highway robbery, fam. Check it out. The struggle streaming attorney walked away with $4,353 in super chats, right? And let's not even count the possibility of Cash Apps, PayPals, and other forms of contribution methods. So you're talking about a bag. This guy walked away with a bag, and all you fans got was a mediocre memorial that you didn't even have no input in. You couldn't call in and talk. You couldn't do nothing. Everything in that show was pre-recorded. I'm talking about struggle streaming, pre-recorded crappy videos, poor Wi-Fi, audio was horrible. People were complaining about, the audio is low, turn up the volume. And you guys are supposed to be high value? And to add insult to injury, the so-called struggle streaming attorney was on his platform talking about dudes that do reactionary videos is weak and all of this other nonsense. Really? So I guess media tutorials is weak, right? I guess him making reaction videos, I guess you just insulted him. I guess you insulted the Poor Man Podcast too, right? Oh, let's not forget the woman with the fake dreadlocks. She do reactionary videos too. So let me get this straight. Only when you're a part of your club, if you do reaction videos, you're good. But if you're outside the club and you do reactionary videos, that means you don't have no talent. So I guess all of these platforms that do reactionary videos and they got hundreds of thousands of subscribers and they make a truckload of money, I guess they have no talent, right? No, the truth of the matter is you don't have no talent because you're not a content creator. All you do is pretty much use Kevin Samuels' death for your own personal gain. You see, when a man performs a memorial service, and he walks away with almost 5 bands, and the fans weren't able to share their thoughts. Instead, you have a bunch of pre-recorded testimonial garbage from people that's most likely within your clique. It's okay to do that. And you know what's so interesting about this so-called memorial, this low-value memorial, to say the least, all right? You know what's so interesting about that? You got other content creators that's supposed to be a part of Kevin Samuels' clique, right? But they weren't in that particular event. They weren't there. They were a no-show. You see, these YouTube streets is very ruthless and dirty. Let me tell you what happened. Let me break it down for you, just in case you don't understand. Let me break it down in layman's terms for you. Kevin Samuels was taken out, right, allegedly by his own friends, right? And what happened is he broke the oath. He got caught up in the money. He got caught up in the fame, and it got in the way of growth. These particular people that were around Kevin, they wanted to eat. Kevin was doing his own thing. He had a certain way in which he wanted to do things. But these guys, they were hungry. They wanted to get put on. You know, similar to the rap game, right? So these guys, they thought to themselves, we got to get this guy out the way because he's stopping our progress. He's stopping our growth. Kevin most likely showed these guys a couple of things, made these guys realize that there's a lot of money-making opportunities out there. And for whatever reason, these guys took that back home and was like, wait a minute, this is great. Man, I want to do something with this. And for whatever reason, they decided to talk amongst themselves and basically allegedly plotted that this guy got to go. Because it's very interesting that up to now, we don't have no results on what happened to this man. We don't have no talks of the woman that he was with. And speaking of woman that he was with, during that struggle streaming particular memorial service, the alleged mother of Kevin Samuels was allegedly on the phone. And what's interesting about that phone call, because nobody brought it out, she started off by talking about she want to thank the first responders, and then the phone went blank. Let that ring a bell. Somebody cut her phone while she was talking. For a minute, her phone was off. And you saw the struggle streaming attorney sitting there dumbfounded with a weird look on his face because he allegedly pressed the mute button so that we didn't get to hear what the mom had to say. Because she started off by thanking the first responders, but we didn't get to hear what else she had to say. Why you clicked the mute button for? You didn't want us to hear what she had to say? See, we heard no talks of the so-called woman that was in that room. The mom never even mentioned her. Now think about that. Now, according to the struggle streaming attorney, he claimed that the mom knew this particular woman, or that the woman knew the mom. Well, if the woman knew the mom, I didn't hear the mom thank that woman. Somebody got to talk to me about this. So there's a lot of misconceptions and issues and problems related to this so-called low-value memorial. First thing we have to understand is that this is supposed to be a high-value guy. And these are supposed to be Kevin Samuels' colleagues and peers. But for whatever reason, these guys gave him the worst possible memorial because they really don't care about him. And it's interesting that I'm supposed to be one of his haters, right? I'm supposed to be a detractor. I'm supposed to be a guy that you're supposed to not like because I talk about your so-called godfather, right? But it seemed like I'm the only one that's making the most sense out here. These guys are criminals. These guys are out here fleecing the flock. There was a heist. The entire memorial service was a heist. It was about them making money off of his death. It wasn't about you, the fans. It wasn't about giving you an opportunity to mourn. It wasn't about you sharing your personal testimonies live on the air. The majority of that memorial service was pre-recorded. So pre-recorded that it was laughable. Because whoever edited that thing together or tried to run that as a live, it was horrible. Like, I don't know what kind of high value nonsense is that, but it was trash. And all of you content creators should be ashamed of yourself. And I'm talking to all of you. So whoever was a part of that show, if you're a content creator, I'm talking to you. You should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all got all this bread, right? Y'all got all this money, right? But y'all don't got no equipment. Y'all got all this bread, right? Y'all got all this money, high value, right? but y'all got weak Wi-Fi, struggle streaming. You have the nerve to talk about other content creators as struggle streaming when that entire memorial was garbage. You ain't embarrassed? And you, the fans, y'all should be asking for a replay or a remake of a memorial. Y'all supposed to demand that they do better. Y'all supposed to demand. These guys claim that they high value. Let me tell you something. These guys claim that they high value, but yet, look at how they let your boy, Kevin Samuels, go out. They didn't let him go out with a bang. They ain't let him go out with a parade. They didn't do nothing. They gave some weak, garbage, bootleg, pre-recorded memorial trash with a bunch of people that don't even care about that man. None of them. None of you guys was his friends. None of you was his friends. And to think, I'm a detractor. I'm one of his critics. And yet, I'm making the most sense. All the money you guys claim y'all making, right? But y'all couldn't rent out a particular building, have a round table, have all the content creators up there speaking. Y'all couldn't do that? Y'all couldn't set that up? He's supposed to be your godfather? And that's how y'all made him go out? Y'all didn't make him go out in style. Y'all didn't give him the best. Y'all gave him mediocre, low-value treatment. Y'all treated him worse than a homeless person. That memorial service was trash. Complete garbage. Content creators? Y'all content creators, right? All you content creators put together in one environment. And that was the best y'all gave Kevin? Talk about an embarrassment. You supposed to be his network of high value men, right? Nah, you guys are low value. You guys will forever be low value in my eyes. To think that that was the man that gave you guys a lot of airplay, put you guys in positions, did all these different things. Y'all up there crying, talking about, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Kevin, I wouldn't have been able to do this. And Kevin did this, and Kevin showed me that. And oh, Kevin this and Kevin that. And you got this other clown attorney talking about they're friends. Fam, you're not his friend. When his mom was on the memorial so-called service, she never thanked you, bro. She thanked that other guy. And that other guy been in a lot of Kevin Samuels ad videos in his beginning days. That same guy that's in that particular video. He was in Kevin Samuels, his older Instagram. He was in a couple of other pictures. So the mom thanked him. She didn't thank you. She said that that other guy is her rock. She never said you're her rock. See, what you're trying to do is you're trying to be the top dog in these streets. You're trying to be some big bad wolf. Woof, woof. You barking, but you barking up the wrong tree. You see, I recognize Satan's people. I recognize the devil when I see one. You're a horrible person. And your production value is trash. I mean, how could guys that are rich, guys that's supposed to have a bunch of money, guys that are high value, how is it that you guys have trash production? How is it that you guys couldn't put together something dope for your boy Kevin Samuels? The guy always dressed up in the suits, always had the designer shoes, the latest watch, the latest cologne. But you guys couldn't put something together? You guys couldn't fly out to the same city and invite all the different content creators that want to support? You couldn't do that? With all the money you guys claim you got? You guys are not high value. You guys are not high, you're low value. You're low, you're scum. But yet, you cashed out at 4 bands, $353? Really? So you cashing out. So you out here fleecing the flock. You out here fleecing the flock. You got paid, but Kevin Samuels' fans got played. That's what's going down in these streets, fam. That's what's going down. Kevin Samuels' fans got played, man. These people ran a heist. Greed. Greed. That's what's going on. And word on the street, the struggle streaming attorney, that dude is just focused on money. Yo, we gotta get this money, bruh. We gotta get this money. Who wanna be down with me? Who wanna be down? Not me. You Satan, bruh. I can see you. You trying to make a deal? I get it. They sent you to make deals? You're part of that Boule club, right? The satanic club? Yeah, we could see through you. We know exactly who you are. Again, the Most High gonna pay you a visit, bro. It's gonna be a beautiful service. Trust and believe. The way the Most High is gonna dance around you is gonna be wonderful. Because he can see you. You're full of greed. Satan, he have you by the strings, moving you around. To everybody that is in these YouTube streets, be very, very careful about the deals that you make with Satan. Because Satan is out here trying to recruit. And a lot of you so-called thirsty, money-hungry brothers with 2 subscribers, you're gonna sign up. Let me tell you what's gonna happen to you when you sign up. You're gonna be cursed, and the Most High gonna take you out. It's not gonna last long. You see, your soul is required for these things. You see, Satan already done tooken out your boy Kevin because of greed. He's gonna take you out too because you're thirsty. See, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to repent and follow the Most High, but you don't wanna do that. You wanna get paid. See, you can get paid, but it's gonna take time. You gotta do it the Most High's way. But see, a lot of you don't wanna follow the Most High. You don't wanna do it his way. You wanna take the fast lane. That's the lane that Kevin Samuels took. Look where it got him. You see? Look where it got him. But these guys, they're making money. A truckload of money. Now, what are you fans gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about that? I personally don't believe anything on that so-called struggle stream. I don't believe anything that was on there, to tell you the truth, to be honest. I don't believe nothing on there to be authentic because my intuition is telling me otherwise. You understand? I don't believe anything that was on there to be authentic from the heart with actual people that cared about Kevin Samuels. No one there, in my humble opinion, cared about him. And I'm talking about them so-called content creators. Them guys are his enemies. And I'm gonna keep saying that. You guys are not his friends. You guys are his enemies. A real friend would have put together something that was worthwhile. You guys put together the worst possible memorial. And what's interesting is this clown, this circus clown, this struggle streaming attorney with Wi-Fi from the library. He's getting these views, subscribers, and before Kevin passed away, he was not doing none of that. He was not doing anything. And I blame the fans of Kevin Samuels for this. Because rather than you understand what's going on, you're turning a blind eye to the truth. See, you so-called fans of Kevin Samuels, you're doing the same thing that Kevin Samuels did when I was making videos about him. He would ignore the truth. Right now, I'm sharing you the truth, and you're still ignoring the truth because you're following after these charlatans, these sharks, these wolves in sheep's clothing that are just out here trying to make $1 off of Kevin Samuels' name. See? They don't care about that man. They never did. They just wanted his spot. They saw the money-making opportunities. They don't care about him. They're trying to brush this under the rug. Just today, I believe, somebody had left a comment under the Struggle Streaming attorney's video and asked about the body of Kevin Samuels and about a burial or will something be streamed live. And he said no and told him to leave the family alone, as if though the guy that's asking was bothering the family. But see, this is how they treat you so-called Kevin Samuels fans. They really don't care about Kevin Samuels. It's not about him now. It's about them. It's their time to shine. It's their time to make money. Yeah, it's their time to make money. Kevin Samuels is gone. Right now, they're trying to prepare to make money. But they need for you to sell your soul. You understand? Because they always wanted Kevin Samuels out the way. You have to understand that this happens a lot in this world. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with a lot of movies. You got mobster movies. You have inner city, black community type movies, thug movies, where you might have a particular dealer. He's in control. He's the head guy for whatever reason, right? But he got other guys that are below him. These particular guys, even though they're with him and they're loyal, they still are ambitious. And this is why, as a boss, you have to recognize who you have around you. Because a lot of times your soldiers become so ambitious, they see beyond what you can do. And in a lot of movies that I've witnessed, I've seen this particular scenario played out, where the boss is doing his thing. Let's take it to the movie Scarface. I'm pretty sure all of you seen that movie, a classic film. In the movie Scarface, you can recall that the brother got connected with a guy that was already a big dealer. But for whatever reason, he recognized that he wasn't going full force in terms of making money. There was different connections and different things that he could have done, but he wasn't doing it. He was a little sloppy with his work. But Tony Montana, he recognized the potential, and he recognized that that boss is weak. You understand? He recognized that from a long time. Matter of fact, he recognized that the minute he got down with him, he knew that he was weak. Do you see that? See, when Tony Montana got with that particular boss, he knew he was weak from the start. And he also wanted his woman from the start. See, a lot of times, you brothers, you get people, you pull them into your circle. You don't know these cats from nowhere. But as soon as you brought them in, they already knew there was loopholes in your operation. They already done knew you were weak. And the whole time they got with you, they were planning how to take you out. Do you understand me? So, when we consider that situation right there, picture it in your mind that Tony Montana, he recognized that that boss was weak. Likewise, these particular content creators, they saw Kevin Samuels rise to fame. They saw the paper. They saw the money. They saw the bling. They recognized all of this value. But they saw that Kevin Samuels was not open to growth. They saw that he didn't want to expand the way they wanted to expand. They wanted to expand the block. They wanted to expand the bag. They wanted to eat too. And they realized that Kevin Samuels was in the way. And just like in these particular movies, they'll take out the head boss. And once they take him out, now you want to appoint someone else in that driver's seat. And this is what's going on in these so-called YouTube streets. You got a bunch of clowns out here who want to be the head clown in the so-called circus. They want to be out here controlling the bag. They want to be out here doing what they do. They want to control the market. So what they don't like all of these voices out here, especially the voices that expose them. You know, you got a lot of content creators that are actually exposing the struggle streaming attorney. They're exposing him a lot. He don't like that. That's why he's making all these underlining threats about suing people and all this other nonsense. Let me ask you a question, fam. Did you sue Jamal Bryant? Did you sue DJ Academics? Did you sue Boyce Watkins? Cap. You see, a lot of these guys, they talk all of this talk, but they're not really suing nobody. All these guys talk because what they really want is they want you brothers to go away. Now they trying to make deals with you. Never make deals with the devil, fam. All you content creators, learn how to roll solo. Learn how to rock out by yourself. You don't need to be down with nobody. All you need is the Most High. The Most High will guide you. The Most High will prosper you. The Most High will take you to the next level. It's just that simple. You don't need all these people behind you. You don't need all these people financial support. You don't need nothing from none of these charlatans and devils. Because all of these guys are satanic. Do you understand me? These guys envied Kevin Samuels. And I personally didn't even like the guy. Do you understand me? I didn't agree with nothing he had to say. I didn't agree with none of his messages. That's just me. I'm one of his detractors. And as a content creator, my strategy and how I do what I do is to react to the charlatans, to pretty much wake the people up to the deception and things that is going on. I've been doing this since 2006, fam. So this is not new to me. You understand? I've always been the same. This is how I always been. I ain't like these other content creators who up on cameras crying for Kevin Samuels and talking all this crap, but just the other day, they were dogging him out. Think about that, fam. Just the other day, these content creators was ripping him up, calling him everything, dissing him, calling him all sorts of crap. Then they want to act like they all cool. Now they want to give all these sentimental messages. Fam, stop. Y'all playing yourself. When I tell you this space is fake, I don't want to be down with none of you clowns. You clowns are just money hungry, opportunists. All y'all care about is paper. Ain't nothing wrong with making money. Ain't nothing wrong with getting a bag. But you guys can't be trusted. You guys are snakes. And I can guarantee you're going to turn on each other. Because let me tell you how this thing goes, fam. This is why it's beautiful to just roll solo. Because you don't got to be looking over your back. You don't got to be worrying about who trying to betray you. Because it's just you rolling solo. And that's the way I've always been. Yeah, I got brothers in the space that I know. I got brothers in the space that I chop it up with and break bread. But at the end of the day, fam, I roll completely solo. You understand me? Solo, that's the way I roll. I ain't rolling with nobody, you know what I mean? Because in these streets, especially amongst so-called black people, fam, there is so much envy, so much jealousy. Imagine this. These guys are supposed to be millionaires, high value men. They got all this money, but yet, look at that garbage memorial that they gave Kevin Samuels. Look at that garbage, man. Talk about trash. A guy that got millions of views, hundreds of thousands of views on his video, making tens of thousands of dollars every single time he went live. And all you so-called friends could repay him with is a cheap, garbage, mediocre, struggle streaming memorial trash service. And you had the nerve to invite his mom to that mess when you guys could have gave him something better. Talk about an embarrassment. I mean, wow. That was low. That was the lowest blow you can give somebody. And you know his mom really don't know any better because she's just accepting of what it is. But see, we the people within the community, we can see right through the BS. We can see that this was all a money grab. That's all this was. You guys don't care about that, man. All you content creators are frauds. Every last one of you. None of you was loyal to Kevin. All of you were snakes. You're happy that he's gone. You're loving it. You can't wait to cash in. You're enjoying the vacancy. You're enjoying that he's not here no more to say anything. And you're loving to use his name for clout. A bunch of clout chasers. That's what you guys are. Clout chasers. See, let me tell you something, fam. These struggle streaming content creators like to say that content creators like me and others, and make sure y'all go subscribe to Tales from the Cult. Go over there and subscribe to her channel as well. Subscribe to her channel, fam. Y'all don't want to mess with her, fam. She will destroy you. I'm just letting you know straight up and down. She got that spirit on her that will literally destroy you. Y'all do not want no smoke. You know what I mean? She's literally destroying these so-called frauds. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta really recognize what's happening here. These guys got with Kevin Samuels not because they wanted to be down. No, they got with him to see the potential of where they can go if he's gone. And that's what it's all about. They don't care about you folks. They wanted him out of the way for a long time. This is not new. They wanted him out. Listen, man, y'all gotta recognize what's happening here, man. This is a horrible, horrible day where you got content creators that's supposed to be rich and they couldn't afford to go buy a damn camera to record. You supposed to be rich, but you don't even have high-speed internet service. Your videos was lagging. You got content creators, they only have like 10 subscribers, and they got better quality than you brothers. See, what we're realizing right now is that the content creators that are really dusty, the content creators that are really struggle streamers, it's you so-called Kevin Samuel friends. Y'all are the real dusty, struggle streaming content creators. Y'all don't got no cameras. Y'all don't got no microphones. Y'all don't got no visuals. Y'all don't got nothing. Y'all trash. Like literally. Dusty. Beyond dust. To perform a pre-recorded memorial. Kevin probably spinning wherever he's at, looking at what you guys are doing right now. And he's saying to himself, damn, they don't even care about me. They're not even trying to find out how I died. They don't even ask no questions. I'm pretty sure Kevin Samuels is saying right now, I wish I would have listened to Ringo. I'm pretty sure right now he's saying, I wish all my fans pay attention to what Ringo is talking about in his videos. Because normally that's what happens when you die. That's when you wake up and you start to realize the truth. And you realize that, damn, man, I should have listened. I should have listened to Ringo when he was trying to warn me and tell me, to repent and change my ways, but I wasn't listening. And now look at me right now. I'm out of commission. These guys are taking my money. They taking my super chats. They taking everything from me. If you're joining in the show, the struggle streaming attorney went away with $4,353 in super chats during that memorial so-called service. Yeah, I got the stats. We got receipts. Again, I'm a professional content creator. I'm not like these struggle streaming content creators that really don't produce any content at all. And you know what's so sad about this so-called struggle streaming attorney? I gotta keep talking about this because he was talking in his recent video about people that react to people's videos, that do reactions. He was dissing people that do reactionary videos. Struggle streaming attorney. Do you realize that your so-called sidekick that had the fake locks, that she just uploaded a so-called reaction video? Do you realize that you sound foolish? Do you realize that, right? Do you realize that the Poor Man Podcast has a successful YouTube channel making a lot of money and all he do is reactionary videos. Do you realize that? Do you realize that the niche of reaction videos is one of the biggest niches on YouTube? But you talking about like it's like it ain't nothing? Are you kidding me? Nah. So you're telling me that mediocre tutorials and reviews is not talented because he's doing reactionary videos, right? But wasn't he on your memorial? So you just dissed him, right? So let me get this straight. You dissing all of your so-called friends, right? See, there's no loyalty amongst thieves. There's no loyalty amongst thieves. Reaction videos is one of the top niche in YouTube. It's one of the most profitable niches in YouTube. Do you understand me? And the thing is, you have to be talented in order to do it, because it's not just about you reacting and just talking crap. You have to be very good and well-spoken when you speak. You have to have wisdom. You have to be a fast thinker. You have to have a personality. All of these things go into when you do reactionary videos, and that's why people love them. It's just like when I do reactionary videos with so-called The Pineapple Show. People love when I do reactionary videos with that. When I do reactionary videos with Kendra G videos, people love that type of stuff. You know why? Because of my personality and what I bring to the table. You got to be talented to do that. And that's something the struggle streaming attorney don't have. He don't have no talent. He don't have talent to make content. That's why he tried to diss people that do reactionary videos, not realizing that you dissed your own friends. You weren't thinking, right? Now, to mediocre tutorials, are you gonna go to that guy and tell him, hey, yo, bro, how you gonna diss guys that make reaction videos? You just diss me, man. Are you gonna go tell him that? Or are you gonna be a coward? See? Hey, Poor Man Podcast, are you gonna go talk to that guy that talked about how anybody that make reactionary videos is so-and-so? Are you gonna tell him that? I'm sure you're not gonna do that. Why? Because see, this space is very hypocritical. It's the kind of space that says, if you're a part of my clique, if you're a part of my crew, we accept what you do no matter what, right? But if you're a detractor, oh, we don't like you. Now, let me get this straight. You guys are supposed to be millionaires. You guys are supposed to be high value. You guys are supposed to be making all this money, but you're worried about so-called content creators that got like 10 subscribers? You guys are supposed to be millionaires, right? Guys that are rich, that are wealthy, but you on YouTube all day? I don't get it. I mean, if we are struggle streaming attorneys, because I guess I must be a struggle streaming attorney. No, my Wi-Fi is very good. I got the actual best internet in the world. Like, for real. I even have the best studio on YouTube. Ain't nobody doing it like this. Nobody. Nobody. There is nobody that put this much effort into their production value. No one. Everything I do is with excellence. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a professional. Something that you so-called struggle streaming content creators that are down with the devil are not. Do you understand me? Imagine that. Kevin Samuels' buddies didn't even give him a good memorial. So what about the funeral? What about the funeral, since you guys are his friends? Since you guys supposed to be his friends, what about his funeral? Is that gonna be live? What about the body? Where is it? What's going on? What about that autopsy, toxicology test? What's going on? Where are the results at? Why nobody's talking about that? Why nobody's talking about these things? I wanna know. I wanna know about the test. I wanna know about the results. What happened to the body? Where the woman at? What's going on? What's happening? See, all of you Kevin Samuels fans, you gotta peep the game. These struggle streaming folks are talking about keeping Kevin Samuels' legacy alive. But it don't seem like they're trying to keep it alive. It seems like they're trying to bury it. It seems like they're trying to bury his legacy and start their own because they're not really interested in what happened to that man because they don't care. You have to understand. It's sort of like the workplace environment. Sometimes in a workplace environment, you have people that work there that you wish was gone. And for whatever reason, if something was to happen and that particular coworker got removed, relocated, fired, whatever the case is, sometimes you actually get happy because you don't got to work around them no more. You don't got to deal with them no more. And now you can literally take the office for yourself, do all the things you always wanted to do. There's a celebration. Well, that's exactly what's going on right now. You got content creators that are out here that are literally celebrating that he's not here. They're celebrating about that. They're happy. You understand? They're celebrating because by Kevin not being here, they're able to get those super chats. Again, that particular content imitator, because that's what he is, right? The content imitator, struggle streaming attorney with no cases made $4,353 from clowns that kept donating when it's supposed to be a memorial. Now, why didn't the struggle streaming attorney cut the mom a check? Instead, that money is a part of his ad revenue and his channel revenue. Ain't that something? That's insane, right? Imagine that. Imagine the struggle streaming attorney made enough money to pay off someone's mortgage. He made enough money to pay off 3 people's mortgage off of one video. All in the name of Kevin Samuels. Ain't that something? Yeah. That's what they do, fam. Listen, just like in the Christian church, let me break down the hustle for you. Let me break down the new hustle. Let me break down the new hustle from these so-called struggle streaming content imitators. The new hustle in these YouTube streets. Let me break it down for you. Let me break down the hustle so that y'all don't get caught up. Because see, I'm trying to provide you quality content with excellent commentary. But I'm going to break down the hustle that's going on in these streets. Y'all want to know? Well, y'all really want to know? Press 1 if you want to know. If you want to know the hustle and how they doing in these YouTube streets. I need y'all to put a 1 in the chat if you want to know. I need to know if you want to know. Y'all want to know the hustle? All right. It seems like people putting them 1s in. Somebody put 2. You don't want to know? Wow, Anita don't want to know. Okay, I'm going to let you know the hustle. The new hustle in these YouTube streets that content creators are doing. They're going to be mad. They're going to be mad, fam, when I reveal this. They're going to be mad. They're going to be mad. They're going to be mad. The new hustle in these YouTube streets is when a content creator goes live, right? And he stays on for a certain amount of hours doing nothing but waiting for all them super chats to come in. Like reviewing a court case. Who am I talking about? I mean, if you want to look at a court case, you could just go look at the court case, right? You know, a lot of these attorneys, they really don't got no cases. They'll sit around on YouTube watching a court case with people and collecting super chats. Super chat after super chat after super chat after super chat. The hustle, ladies and gentlemen, is when a content creator turn on his camera and stream for 2 to 5 hours straight and not provide you with nothing that can help you be a better person, no commentary, no truth. They just sit there and wait for the money to come in. And they do this every day. And you keep supporting them. But yet, content creators like me that provide you the best commentary on YouTube, the best visuals on YouTube, the best music on YouTube, you don't want to support me like that. Now, why is it that a righteous man can put out all of this work, put all this energy into this, and people ain't supporting over and over and over like that? It's interesting how the devil's children get all the support. Ringo, you're jealous. Nah, I'm not jealous. I'm just pissed because when you really think about this, when someone is given a memorial for someone they claim they're a friend of, and they collect almost 5 bands, and the memorial was trash, and everything was pre-recorded, that says a lot. They don't deserve anything of that type of magnitude in terms of monetary gain. They don't deserve that. They don't deserve that. They don't deserve that at all. You understand? You got content creators out here putting in work. All sorts of work. They supposed to be having people contribute into their platform. The amount of work a lot of these content creators are putting in, especially during this Kevin Samuels case, and everybody trying to focus on what's going on, these content creators are supposed to be supported. You know what I mean? That's why I shouted out the sister Tales from the Cult. Support her platform. Subscribe to her platform. Let her platform grow. You know what I'm saying? Support her work. Support Coffee and Kush. Support his platform. You know what I mean? You got to support these people because they're putting in work. The Kevin Samuels, the Kevin Samuels Roast Network, I believe it is. Something along that lines. Support that brother channel. You know what I mean? Support their channels. They putting in work. They talking about these issues. You know what I mean? See, all these other content creators, they got a large following, they don't shout nobody out. You know why? Because they want to keep everything to themselves. They want to make all the money. They want everything to themselves. They're greedy. They don't believe in supporting nobody. They don't believe in making other brothers and sisters grow. They don't want them to grow. They want everybody to be on the bottom. They want everybody licking their boots. That's what they want. You know? Subscribe to Who Watches the Watchmen. Go subscribe to his channel. Support his videos. You know what I mean? And when you go to these people channels, go in the comment section and says, Ringo sent me over here. That way they know who sent them over there. Do you understand me? See, that's how the ecosystem is supposed to work. But see, these guys that got large followings, fam, they're sharks. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. They don't want nobody to grow. This is why people like Kevin Samuels is gone. Because he never wanted nobody else to grow. He didn't want no one to grow. He didn't want it. He wanted you to be on the sidelines, kind of just over there, and you just be a little good boy. But he didn't want you to grow. You understand? And he chose all the wrong friends. The people that Kevin Samuels brought around him, they are allegedly the people that took him out, fam. telling you. Make sure you subscribe to these people, fam. Show some support. Show some love. You know what I mean? Show some love to these people. See, people that put in the work deserves your support. Even if it's just a subscription, they deserve your support. You know? Because a lot of people put a lot of energy in their videos, and the thing is, it's not really reaching nobody because their platform is not in the algorithm the way it needs to be so it can move. See, let me tell you what happened with Kevin Samuels, if I can go on this little rabbit trail over here, right? Kevin Samuels messed up big time. He messed up big time with his success. I'm going to explain what he did. When he reached to a certain level, what Kevin Samuels was supposed to do, and it's sad that he ain't get to do this, but I'm going to explain what he was supposed to do. Kevin Samuels didn't realize that he had the potential to change everything. And he failed. What he was supposed to do, he was supposed to come on YouTube and make a video. The video was supposed to go like this. He was supposed to come on YouTube and do the following. He was supposed to come on and say, to all of my detractors, to all of my alleged haters, to all the people that may have issues with me, I'm trying to build a bridge where we could come to a common ground. I realize that I have a lot of people that disagree with my content. A lot of people may not like the tone, this, that, certain talking points. But I've been watching a lot of you brothers and sisters making videos. You going in on me, you're talking, you're criticizing me. I get it. I've been listening, and I want to make some changes. And I want to let you fans and people that follow me know that I realize that I do have critics, and I'm listening to them as well. And I want to make changes, and I want to extend the olive branch and kind of start a conversation with a lot of you content creators. Perhaps invite you on my platform. Perhaps I'm able to come to you, chat behind the scenes, where we can kind of chop it up to see where we can fix whatever needs to be fixed. That way, these YouTube streets can be balanced. Kevin Samuels was supposed to do that. He's supposed to do that. That is what the bottom line was supposed to be. Because when you're receiving criticism, when you're receiving people going in on you, when you receive a lot of feedback from people, reaction videos and so forth, it gotta come to a point where you realize something must be wrong with me. Let me look at myself in the mirror and fix whatever it is. These people are speaking. But no, what do you like to do? Oh, they're haters. Oh, those are my detractors. Those are my haters. Kevin Samuels was not sharing. Kevin Samuels didn't acknowledge no one on YouTube. He didn't bring nobody on his platform. He would go to other people's platform, but he would not bring you on his platform. That was bad. Bad business. Very, very bad, because Kevin Samuels had the ability to take any one of these content creators' platforms and promote it. Kevin Samuels could have started a business of promoting platforms. See, Kevin Samuels had the platform, he had the recognition, he had the clout, he had everything that many content creators would desire. But Kevin Samuels failed in being a good businessman. A lot of people say he had good business practices. That may be true in a certain extent. But where Kevin Samuels failed in his business practices is that he didn't elevate the community. He elevated himself. He got too big for himself. And this is why they took him out. Remember the situation with Malcolm X? You remember what they said before they took him out? Remember what the cops said to him in the movie? Remember? Remember what the cops said to him in that movie? Y'all remember? When he had the people marching? Remember what the cops said? Could anybody recall what he said? About his power? Nobody recall? When the cop was looking at how he was commanding the people and the people were just following suit. They didn't like the fact that he had all that power. Right. No man's supposed to have that much power. That is why they took him out. That's why they took him out. Because what Kevin Samuels was supposed to do with that power, see, where much is given, much is required. What Kevin Samuels was supposed to do with that power that he had, right, is he was supposed to start a business. Let me tell you what the business was supposed to be. Kevin Samuels was to start a business on promoting content creators. It would have been an extremely successful business, but he failed. Kevin Samuels would have got rich just off of promoting content creators. A brilliant idea that obviously you're truly just finished talking about. A content creator promotional business where for a certain fee you would pay, he would run a promotion of you on his platform. In other words, not necessarily a shout out, but he would do something that if you were to pay a particular fee, because after all, business is business, you would have been able to get recognition for your platform. Do you know how many platforms he would have been able to help in the process of growing through the algorithm? Many. Many. And this is why when power, wealth, and money is given, many people fail. The Bible says prosperity ruineth the fool. Kevin talked a lot about networking, but he wasn't networking. Not with the people, not with the community. No, he wasn't. Because he saw his critics and his detractors as enemies. He saw them as people that hate him. So he got a crew of other people around him. And what he didn't know is that the people that he put around him were, in fact, his enemies. Not his detractors. No. No. Mm-mm. His real enemies are the people that call themselves his friends. You know, guys like this that make $4,353 off of his dead body, fam. That's sad. That right there is sad. I mean, how could you even do that, man? How could you even do that? You see? See, that particular idea that I just had there, anybody can run with it. You know? Obviously, they got it from me, of course. But at the same time, it only will be effective with people that actually have the platform that could actually do it. You know? Sure, I can start that today. But see, that is what Kevin Samuels was supposed to do. Kevin Samuels was supposed to do that. There's a lot of things Kevin Samuels was supposed to do. Kevin Samuels was supposed to speak to the people about the Most High. Kevin Samuels' platform was supposed to be used for the glory of the Most High. He didn't do that. Instead, he used it to bash the women. He used it for his own self. And his so-called friends are trying to portray him as a guy who wanted family and, wanted people to get married. That's not what Kevin Samuels wanted. Kevin Samuels wanted to buy women, remember? 1099 women. Remember, he used to talk about paying women, escorts, and hiring women as girlfriends for a certain amount of months in a contract. That doesn't sound like a guy that want to wife up these sisters. Instead, he got our women thinking they need a high value man. It's to the point right now when it comes to a brother trying to holler at a sister, it's almost like should we even waste our time? Because it's like you try to talk to a sister, she's looking at you like, well, do you make 6 figures? How much money you making? Why? Where they get this battery in their back from? They get it from Kevin Samuels. He taught them not to deal with a guy that's making 40,000, 50,000, 60,000. You don't want to deal with him because he's broke. Not realizing that as a sister, you got to get with a brother where he's at. You got to build with that brother and you can go places. Let me tell you something, fam. If you listen to the beginning of the stream, that second song means a lot. That second song, what I wanted you to get from it is the togetherness of when a man is with a woman and the beauty that's involved. And that's something a lot of you are going to never experience because you're caught up in the matrix of social media. So when it comes to building family, when it comes to having children, when it comes to really getting to know a woman, or if you're a sister getting to know a man, it's like you don't even know how to do that anymore because it's like you can't even trust nobody nowadays. It's really bad out here, and you can owe that to Kevin Samuels for destroying relationships and all these so-called dating coaches on YouTube that teach men to pump and dump women, because that's what these brothers are into. They're not into wifing up the sisters. It's like you brothers, you see our women as a meat market. As soon as you see a sister, the first thing you're thinking about is pumping and dumping, smashing and dashing. You're not trying to get to know the sister. You're not trying to, I guess, sit down and have a conversation and be like, look, you know what I'm saying? The reason why I'm trying to holler at you is not to just bang you and leave. I actually am interested in you, trying to get to know you so we can literally build, you know what I'm saying? Have something good, enjoy ourselves, because life is short. See, life is very short. Everybody's chasing a bag, but you really have to understand that all the stuff we accumulate in this life, we're going to leave it behind when we go. So you need to store for yourselves treasures in heaven, because yeah, we got to enjoy life. See, I ain't one of these brothers that believe that you're supposed to be poor and not enjoy yourself. You're supposed to enjoy your life. The Most High want you to enjoy your life. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you don't want to get to the point where you're greedy and you don't want nobody else to shine. See, a lot of people, especially in these YouTube streets, they want to be the only one that shine. That was Kevin Samuels' problem. He wanted everybody talking about him. He wanted all the clout. He wanted all the money, not realizing that this ecosystem is large enough for everybody to be successful. You understand? For everybody. But see, my advice to all you content creators that are up and coming in the game, roll solo, completely solo. Don't change what you've been doing. The energy that you have, the way you deliver what you deliver, your personality, just tweak it as you go fit. Just tweak wherever you need, do what you need to do, and then do what you got to do, man. And it's gonna prosper. You know what I mean? It's gonna prosper. It's just like, if I can just talk about a few content creators, right? Let me just talk about Coffee and Kush. Let me talk about that particular brother, right? And if you're listening, brother, let me just tell you, the personality that you have during your streams is dope. It's dope, bro. The whole press one, saying that over and over, bro, Keep doing that. That's dope. That whole personality style is original. Ain't nobody on YouTube doing that. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do, pretty much you got it already. You got the personality. You got the style. All of that stuff is down pat. Just got to tweak certain things. Production value increase. Set up, your stage, how you do what you do. But bottom line, the personality, dope. Press 1, dope. The sound effects you use, shame, dope. What's that other sound effects? Not like this, from The Matrix. Dope. What I would do, I would go get the actual movie, take a cut of the actual audio so it's in high quality resolution, sample that, clean it up, get yourself a Stream Deck, get yourself a so-called Rodecaster Pro, hook up all your sound effects the way it's supposed to be, boom, do your thing. See, the thing is, a lot of you content creators, you got the gift. You already got it. You don't need nobody. You already got it. You got what it takes to pull a crowd. You got what it takes to be successful already. You just have to enhance, tweak, and learn how to improve what you already got going that's good. And sometimes you got to get rid of something that you're doing that may not be good. You know what I mean? But always be open to criticism. Always be open to constructive criticism, right? You gotta be open to that stuff. You know what I mean? Again, there's a lot of people out here that is very talented. Very talented. Don't let nobody try to make you feel like you're not. Because a lot of these content creators wish they had your personality. They wish they had your work ethic. They wish they had your drive. Trust and believe, fam. They wish they had it. But they don't. You understand? They don't have it. That's why they mad. That's why they greedy. That's why they wanna sue you. It's crazy, man. Sue? I thought so hold up. You wanna sue somebody, but that's upholding Kevin Samuels' legacy? Let's talk about Kevin Samuels' legacy. Let's talk about it. Because the struggle streaming attorney, he's like one of the worst individuals I ever seen in these YouTube streets. Like, I would never trust a person like that. His personality sucks. A person like him, right, would be horrible to do business with. Like, horrible. Because number one, let me explain something. You can't come into the YouTube streets, make enemies with people, right? And then expect them to, like, I guess be friends with you. It's not gonna work. You can't come into the YouTube streets dissing critics, dissing detractors, threatening to sue them, talking about you planting this and planting that, doing a bunch of petty stuff. You're a grown man. You're a grown man. But that's how you communicate on social media? Do you realize the different personalities that you have in these YouTube streets? Don't ever expect to be friends when you throw out threats and you insult and you do all these underlying petty things. Nobody will ever trust you. Listen, the way I am, when it comes to trusting so-called people, that's the last thing I do. Once I see red flags, I will never trust you. I'm talking about ever. Ain't no forgiveness with me. But the Bible says you're supposed to forgive. Ain't no forgiveness with me. You cross me, it's done. It's over. I don't want you around me. We ain't knowing each other. I would never do business with you ever. Why? Because that's how I am. That's the cloth that I'm cut from. You understand? You content creators in this space that's connected with that nonsense, man. You guys are the worst, man. It's bad out here, man. So, I don't know, man. That memorial was sad, man. And to think that you invited his mom. You invited his mom to that garbage, man. That was bad, man. Anybody can do reaction videos, fam. It's all about you having a style and doing what you do. That's why they're mad. Because they see your talent. Listen, you gotta have a lot of grace to do content on YouTube. You understand? You have to have a good personality to do that. If the people like you, they're gonna start supporting you. But you gotta put in the work. And this is something that let me explain something here, man. Let me explain something. Listen to me very carefully. I'm talking to content creators, right? Step your game up. Step your game up. Stop the BSing. Step your game up. You understand? You want to stand out? Step your game up. You want to go to the next level? Step your game up. Do what they're not doing. Elevate. Because see, a lot of you, let me explain how it is. You see the graph? You see that graph? All right, you see in the middle, the section that is the tallest? A lot of you, that's your personality on YouTube, right? Your personality is high. You got a great personality, right? Now, look at the one to the far right. That's the second tallest. That's your style on YouTube. You got great personality, you got a great style. But now look at the little low one on the far right bottom. That's your production value. That's your audio. Are you following me? You want all those graphs to go up. Do you understand? That's not a diss. It's called constructive criticism. You want all the graphs for everything that you do as a content creator to be at the highest level. At the highest level. You don't want nothing low. You don't want none of the graphs to be low. You want them all to be high. Similar height. That's what you want. Do you understand? So take everything that you do as a content creator serious. Because YouTube is a business. Do you understand me? YouTube is a business. And as a content creator, you have to take this thing very seriously because it's a business. Now, let me break down a couple of other things. If you want your channel to grow, there's certain things that you got to do. There's certain things you got to change. Now, look at all the other content creators before you and how they failed. You got to look at what they did wrong, what they did right. Now, if you want to be shadow banned, then just be crazy. Doing a bunch of crazy things, you'll be shadow banned. Your channel won't grow. You won't get no advertisers. It'll just be a mess. Now, here's the thing. Before I continue, you got to first of all look at what are you here for? Like if you're here on YouTube to make a channel just to run your mouth, but you're not serious about being a content creator, right? Then nothing I'm saying is for you. Because you're not really serious, right? But when you are really serious about being a content creator, then you must understand the YouTube system. You must understand community guidelines. You must understand the rules, the laws of YouTube. You got to understand all of these different things. And as long as you're within compliance and you're within the terms of use, then your channel is going to go into the algorithm. When you're outside of that community guidelines and everything else, when you're doing a bunch of crazy stuff, your channel actually get placed into a spot where it's shadow ban. You can have a lot of subscribers and still be shadow banned. Do you understand me? But now, when you're out of shadow ban prison, you're going to see people come into your channel more often. That's because the algorithm recognized that you're taking your job serious. And see, a lot of people don't understand this. And this is why I always try to teach people to be professionals. A lot of y'all are going to these so-called attorneys trying to pay for little things on how to stream. Stop doing that. It's a scam. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Mr. Attorney, about a so-called course on how to stream. Let me give you a course on how to stream right here, fam. You want to know how to stream? You want to know how to stream, right? Okay. Let me show you how you stream. That's how you stream. This entire studio that I'm in is totally animated. I control everything in here at a push of a button. I have a total of over 7 cameras in here. Do you understand me? When you're streaming, you have to be a professional. You have to take everything you do serious because visuals is everything. Audio is everything. Production value is everything. The work and the time. As you can see right here, we have a host of XLR cameras, all of them on motorized so-called machines or whatever you want to call them, dollies or whatever, tracks, all motorized. So it gives me the freedom to just be in motion. Nobody on YouTube is doing that. I'm standing out amongst the rest. We have a host of screens. All of these screens, what are they doing? It's called branding. It says blackmail advice on my screen. That's called branding. Do you see that? And I have it all around me so people can see. So people can see the name. It's called branding. You have to make your production value dope. We're on the air. So surely we're gonna have some LED lights saying we're on the air. And this is very important because on the air is all over the studio. And this entire studio is acoustically treated. So when I produce music, I'm in heaven because everything is dope. Everything sounds good. We got diffusion on the wall. It costs a lot of money. Do you understand me? It costs a lot of money. And I got the option of sitting on 2 different types of chairs. Thanks to Shiva for pointing out these particular chairs. I went and picked them up because she put them in the chat in my community section. And when I asked for recommendations on different studio chairs, she recommends some gamer chairs. And I was like, yeah, I need this particular type of chair. What did I do with my chair? I modified it. So when you look at my chairs is dope. Nobody got that. You can't buy that nowhere. Why? Because I modified it to be that way. Lighting. Lighting is everything in a studio. In the front, I got Elgato lights. All of these lights are controlled by my Stream Deck. I could turn my lights on and off. See, check this out. See that? Lights on, lights off, right? Turn them back on. There you go. Simple. Lights on, lights off. Do you see that? Press of a button. There you go. So when you live streaming, you need to have professional equipment. I recommend Elgato everything. Elgato Stream Deck, Elgato lights, Elgato everything. Get yourself a Rodecaster Pro. You need one of them. Very professional equipment. You need a microphone, a high quality microphone. These are things you need. Good internet service, the best internet service. That is what you need. You need an SLR camera with different lens, a wide angle lens, all prime lens, wide angle, a 50 millimeter lens, 30 millimeter lens, and probably a 70 millimeter for different angles, different focal lengths. You want to have lens that give that bokeh effect. That's the blurry effect in the background. In order to do that, you have to have depth for your studio, depth of your room. And it's called bokeh. Like when the background is blurred, bokeh, depth of field, so and so. But you want to get yourself an SLR camera. You want to step your game up. 4K resolution, you're not going to stream in 4K. You're going to stream in 1080p because the majority of people are viewing you in 1080p. You could stream in 4K, but you're going to need more equipment. But I don't recommend that because if anybody's viewing on their phone, it's going to be choppy. They're not going to be able to keep up with the bandwidth. So you don't want to do that. Streaming is very easy to do. Do not buy anybody's course telling you, hey, come on over here and buy my course on how to stream. Don't waste your money. You want to know how to stream? Just watch my videos. I'm streaming right now. Just learn from me. Learn from what I'm doing. That's all you got to do. Learn from what I'm doing. Use your talents and excel in what you do. It's just that simple. Do you understand me? You have to take pride in what you're doing. You got to take pride in everything that you're doing. Yeah, 4K streaming is a lot of bandwidth. It's just not, listen, the only way I would recommend you stream at that level is if you have a particular show, let's say you're on TV and you're streaming and people are paying for a service. That's the only way, because you know they got a 4K resolution TV that can deal with, you streaming. But now, to just be doing that for YouTube, nah, you don't want to do that. But now, as a streamer, you want to focus on the room that you're in. It doesn't matter how big the room is or how small the room is. It doesn't matter. What matters is taking the time to look at your environment, the type of content you make, and recognize how to improve it to make it better. See all the branding that I have? It says Ringo TV on my monitor. So what am I doing? Subconsciously, your mind is learning my name, Ringo TV, Black Male Advice TV. And every time I spin that camera around, my name is all over the place. So I got constant branding all over. It says subscribe. You see that? Oh, speaking of subscribe, right? When you're a streamer, you have to have professional graphics, professional everything. Everything has to be on point. You understand? Everything. I was going to show you something, but I don't actually have it in my system set up. I must have erased it by mistake. But I'm pretty sure you've seen it on my other stream where I had graphics that would come on telling people to subscribe and so forth. I could actually pull it up if I want. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I can do this in real time. I'm not sure if I could, but I'm going to try. Let me see. I hope it don't mess up. Let's see if it works. Let's see. I don't see it. Oh, here we go. No, that's not it. I almost pressed the wrong one. I don't see it. Where the hell it go? That's called sub, but I don't see it. I'm not sure where I put this thing. Those of you who use OBS, you already done know the headaches that happen when you move something from one place. Like let's say you take a folder and you move it. Sometimes you end up making a mistake. So I'm gonna cancel that. I'm not gonna try it. I have to do that on my next stream. But the point that I'm trying to make here is you see the graphics that's in the video. You gotta be creative, right? You gotta be creative and, do your best to be different, because YouTube is like, everybody want to be seen. So in order for you to stand out, you got to be doing something different. My angles that I chose is to highlight the production facility. Everything in here I put together. You can do the same. Do you understand? Nah, I don't use Fruity Loops. I use Logic Pro. I've been using Logic Pro for years. I never tried to use anything else. But Fruity Loops, it doesn't really matter. It's all about your talent. So if you're using Fruity Loops, Logic, whatever it is, whatever, DAW that you use, doesn't really matter, to tell you the truth. It's all about your skills. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. But when it comes to streaming, there's certain equipment that you're gonna need. There's no excuses. You can't be cheap about it either. Now, here's the thing. Let's say, for example, you just don't have the money to buy X, Y, and Z. I get it. You got to start from where you was. Like, just start from where you at. If all you have is an iPhone, like the latest iPhone shoots great video, I would get that, hook it up on a stand, right? It produces great audio. It may not be a microphone, but you can use that. What I would recommend is you make sure that your surrounding is clean. Get some nice lighting, some RGB lighting, a little corner, something that's nice, and give it a mood, because that's what you want, a mood. You see like what I did with the lights, how you see the pink, the blue, it creates a mood. It makes the place feel warm, cozy, futuristic. You see that? Now, if you notice, you could see my ceiling. My ceiling is filled with acoustic treatment. Clouds is what they call them. Bass trap clouds. It's all over my ceiling. Every wall in here is acoustically treated using 703 and also Rockwool. I may have to do a video on that to show you how to pretty much build your own bass traps for your studios, whether it's a studio, recording studio, or a sound studio, podcast room. I can show you how to build all of these different things. That's a corner. Back there, that's a corner. You see, it's all acoustically treated. That's a corner. That right there is over 15 inches of acoustic treatment in that corner. Think about 15 inches of fiberglass material. That's a massive bass trap. So if I'm producing music, the kick drum, the snare, everything sounds crisp. You hear what's coming out of the speakers, you hear it as it is. This is why if you're a music producer, if you're in a room with no treatment, you're gonna hear the room. So your ears, you're not gonna be able to mix, you're not gonna be able to distinguish between the sounds because you're hearing early reflections, reverb, your room sound horrible. You're not even gonna feel the bass. You're not gonna be able to understand what you're doing. But if you acoustically treat the room, it's gonna tighten up the sound. It's gonna remove all the flutter, echo, and all of that other stuff. To remove flutter, echo from a room, you would wanna have at least 2 inches of acoustic treatment. If you put 2 inches of acoustic treatment around your whole room, that's not gonna do nothing for your bass. So in order to bass trap, you're gonna need at least 4 to 6 inches or more of acoustic treatment for bass. Like if you wanna absorb bass frequencies, you're gonna need more acoustic treatment, not 2 inches. 2 inches is gonna only absorb the high frequencies. That's why if you mix a song in a studio that only have 2-inch material, your mix is gonna sound like trash, because the bass, even if it sound good in your room, if you go play your music in your car, you ain't gonna have no bass. It's gonna sound thin. Talk about that another time. I don't know who that's for, but it's for somebody. I'm pretty much done. I think I said what I needed to say. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. We just having a little talk right now at the end of the day. But yeah, fam, don't go out here spending no money with none of these attorneys that's trying to give you some sort of course on how to live stream. Don't waste your money. Do not waste your money. Because that very same attorney, all he do is sit in the same spot all day. He sit in the same spot all day with a bunch of books. And he just sit there like this. That's how he sit there. Hello, you guys. Buy my course so you can stream. Don't waste your money, people. Listen, there's charlatans all over YouTube. They're all over here. All they want is your money. I didn't ask you for no money for everything that I just told you. I just gave y'all a lot of information. I didn't ask for anything. Now, if you want to support, I don't mind if you want to support, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I just gave you some advice because I actually care about you actually improving. Not like these other content creators that want to be on top and, they don't want to show you nothing, And it's sad that they're like that. But nonetheless, fam, I appreciate everybody coming through. You know what I'm saying? We had about 500 people in the clouds looking on. So yeah, man, it's really messed up that that memorial that they had for Kevin Samuels was trash. They didn't put no money, no effort. That's sad. With all the money those content creators make, you would think that they would rent out an environment, get some microphones, cameras, and have a full live show, having people call in. You know what I'm saying? They could have multi-stream from all of their locations. Forget streaming from their locations. Nah, y'all supposed to be friends of Kevin Samuels, right? So all of y'all was supposed to fly down to a particular location where y'all all breaking bread in the same location in honor of that man. But y'all didn't do that. Y'all didn't do that. Instead, everybody was in the comfort of their own home, comfortable, doing the bare minimum. And y'all call that a memorial for Kevin? After all that Kevin gave y'all, that's the little y'all gave him? Damn. That's sad, man. Somebody said, V-Dub said minimum at best. Wow. Yeah, they cheap, fam. They cheap as hell, man. These are supposed to be high value men. These guys are supposed to have money. Remember, Kevin Samuels' friends, all of these guys got money. These guys are able to walk in a car dealership and buy a car with cash. Kevin Samuels' buddies, These guys buy houses with cash. Nobody have more money than Kevin Samuels' friends. You know what I'm saying? Remember, all of us detractors and criticizers and whatever you want to call us, we're all broke. You know what I'm saying? We're all broke and, dusty and all of that mess. But what's interesting, if we're all dusty, broke, and don't got nothing going on for ourselves, why are high value people so worried about us? I'm still trying to figure that out. You see, if I'm a multimillionaire, I would not be concerned with anybody criticizing me on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I got this multi-million-dollar house. Why would I be worrying about content creators making videos about me? Do you know I personally do not care about anybody that make a video about me? You know why? Because I'm too busy. I don't got no time. I don't got no time to be watching somebody's videos talking about me. If they're making a video talking about me, let them make their video so they could do whatever they got to do. Like, you're bugging out. People that are productive are not wasting their time worrying about somebody making a video about them. That's how you know that their videos is effective. Because here's the thing. If I'm making a video about Kevin Samuels, right? He used to always get annoyed by that. I knew he watched my videos, but he would never respond. Well, why don't the majority of people just follow that same principle? Y'all talk about keeping Kevin Samuels' legacy alive, but y'all not even following his so-called legacy at all. Kevin Samuels was known for not responding to the detractors and the haters, right? He didn't care. So why is it that you struggle streaming attorneys, struggle streaming content creators, why you're always in your feelings whenever somebody make a video about you? Could it be that you're just a fraud? Could it be? Could it be that you're doing evil and they're calling you out on your BS and that's why you're upset? Because if you're making all of this money, if you're just rich and got it popping, I don't see how could you even find time to be worrying about these people. I don't understand how. You got 24 hours in a day, but you're worrying about struggle streamers. I seen this clown reading all these different people comments, reacting to them, right? But yet he said that people that do reaction videos are not talented and whatnot. But he's reacting to other people's comments in his chat, right? I mean, you got to go see that mess. This guy literally said that people that do reaction videos is like easy, it's whack, it's like trash, like it doesn't take any talent, it's a waste. I'm like, really? But your girl that had the fake locks, she make reaction videos. MTR make reaction videos. I mean, what's that other attorney? Hello, you guys. Hey, guys. Hello, you guys. I hope you guys. That guy do reaction videos. He react based on a court case. So I guess he's whack too, right? It's craziness, man. Like, this whole space is crazy. It's like you have to be a part of their crew in order for them to accept you. I guess Poor Man Podcast is trash too, right? Is that what you're saying, Mr. Struggle Streaming Attorney? Because if you're going to criticize anybody that do reactionary videos, those guys are successful. Poor Man Podcast, he's actually the number one reactionary channel that I know of. I know there's others, don't get me wrong, but he have a successful channel. And it was all based on reactionary videos. MTR, he do reactionary videos. These are guys that is in your clique. You're dissing your own people. That's not cool. See? You may want to edit that part out of your video. All right? So, that being said, I'm going to get up on out of here, man. It is what it is. I got to go get me something to eat. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to put in this work real quick. We're going to get back to all these reaction videos. I probably already done missed the pineapple show. Tell Melanie, what was it? Melly? No, not Melanie. Don't tell Melanie. Whoa. Don't tell her anything. Tell Melly that Ringo says hello. I got to go check out the pineapple show and see who got pineappled. You know? Hold up, you said, I heard he was cremated? Oh, man, you telling me they cremated the guy? Oh, man, yo. What's going on, man? Where's the results for the autopsy, fam? Where is the results for the autopsy, man? Nobody got the results? Anybody got the results? Did the results come in yet for the autopsy? Nothing came in yet? I don't think anything came in for the autopsy, man. Let me see if anybody donated via Cash App. Let me see it. Let me see if I made 4 bands. Let me see. Let me see what we got. Nah, let me stop. Shout out to let me see who we got here. Shout out to Toya for the 10. Shout out to Eric for the 5. Shout out to Wesley for the 5. Shout out to 7030 for the 3. Shout out to, I'm trying to pronounce this name. I want to know if I pronounced this name correctly. Kayana. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. But that's, or Kiana. Kiyana. I'm probably done. I done messed up your name. But shout out to you for the 20. Said keep doing God's work. You said no shout outs? Oh, I done messed up already. That's messed up, man. The person said no shout outs, but I already shouted them out. See, the thing is, when it comes to Cash App, we don't read the messages. We normally just shout the people out. But it had a message saying keep doing. So I'm like, okay, keep doing whatever. And then I just read it straight through. I guess they got exposed. If you don't say nothing, nobody won't know it's you. Right? But I appreciate the support. Shout out Kevin for the 5. Appreciate the support. Tiffany for the 5. Appreciate your support. All right? All right, y'all. You already done know what it is, man. It's Blackmail Advice TV. The best channel on YouTube, hands down. You already done know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. Let's go. Let's go. Blackmail Advice. The best channel on YouTube. Bringing you the truth. 100% raw. And uncut. The way you need to hear it. Blackmail Advice TV. Putting in work since 2006. Providing you the best content on YouTube like no other. Blackmail Advice TV. Bringing you and yours content that you need. The best in these streets. From 2006 till now. Blackmail Advice. I'll catch you all in the next stream. You already done know what it is. You already done know, fam. Shout out to everybody in the clouds. Shout out to everybody in the highways and byways listening in. Shout out to everybody in the chat. All the patrons, all the supporters. You already done know what it is. Appreciate everybody. Without you, I won't be able to do this. Shout out to all the haters. You know we gotta love our haters too, fam. Yeah. Shout out to all the brothers in the truth, teaching the biblical knowledge of the Most High on the highways and byways. All the content creators, all the brothers in the truth that rep the Most High, teaching truth and life to the people so that they can repent. Shout out to all you brothers. Shout out to all the sisters that are holding it down, taking care of their kids, taking care of their house. The sisters that love their husband. The sisters that make sure that they are helpmeet for the master's use. Shout out to all of you. That being said, fam, you already done know what it is. We're gonna catch you on the next stream. We're gonna get back to these reaction videos that they love to hate. That being said, it's Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube, bringing you the truth, 100% raw, the way you need to hear it. You already done know, fam. It's Black Male Advice TV. Stand up. You already done know, man. You gotta get hyped, fam. It is what it is, man. We out of here, fam. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100%